Hi, I'm Flint Johnson with Tom Dot Nurseries. We're going to talk a little bit today about pruning, trimming. It's one of my favorite things to do. My title, if I have one, is production manager, and that's I wear a few hats around here, but that's one of the ones that I claim. Trimming encore azaleas is one of my favorite things because it's one of my favorite plants. I was instrumental in propagating these plants when they first got started before they were patented. Anyway, with encore azaleas, trimming it, you can trim after a bloom cycle, which is they bloom about 3 months out of the year, so that's great. But you trim this late in the fall of the year is not good. Wait till the spring of the year to trim, and you can trim all summer long lightly. But this is one of the plants that blooms the most over the year, so hey, have some. We're going to talk a little bit about crepe myrtles. Most people, in my opinion, trim them at the wrong time. They cut them off, and I call it crepe myrtle. But it's actually a tree. But if you purchase a plant, that's what you want to do with it, you do. And if you're going to trim them, the best time of the year is around Valentine's Day. That's for most plants is a good rule of thumb. If you're going to trim, that's when you do it. But they will have multiple branching and get those blooms in the spring when you cut them real hard. But some of you, please let them grow into a tree. You see the sloughing bark of the plant. One of the best times of the year to trim paniculata hydrangeas is not now, in the fall of the year. They're about to go dormant. One of the best times is in the spring of the year if you're going to trim them. You can trim them early, February, Valentine's Day. You can trim them then and get you a lot of new growth that comes out when they branch. And you can trim them all summer long, and generally what you do is after the bloom comes out and it starts to fade, you give them a light trim and you get more blooms. A little bit about loropetalums. It's one of the plants that's easy to grow, easy to maintain. Trim cycles. This time of year in the fall of the year they start to shut down, so it's not good to trim. Anytime it's hot, anytime after about February, you can trim all summer long and they'll do great. So it's one of the ones that's very forgiving with the trim cycle. You can cut it hard, cut it light when it's hot, not when it starts to cool off. With the short days coming and the temperatures falling, not a good time to trim. Trimming roses, for the most part, Valentine's Day, middle of February is probably the best time to trim. And when they flush all through the summer, you can trim. But right now in the fall of the year, it's a little late. If you trim them, you won't get any new growth and you can get some damage. All right, the things I fed you about trimming may not be true, but it's what I believe, and I'm right.